Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Trenee and today I wanted to just take a look at what is needed for those of you who come across this video to give you courage, strength, and just reassurance as you continue forward on your healing journey. So I have a 5-card spread here, and then I'll have an oracle card from the Whispers of Healing deck here at the end. So let's get started. Okay, first we have the Knight of Swords, Temperance, and Death in reverse. And let's just start with those three. So with this Knight of Swords, what I'm getting is that I'm hearing fools rush in. You know, when that Knight of Swords, like he's determined. He doesn't care what anyone thinks. He's not listening to any type of advice or feedback. He is just heading towards whatever. And I find it interesting that it's pointing to the left of the card, because it's like he's going back to whatever it was that is making him frustrated in the first place. But this past energy of just rushing towards something without proper forethought can be a challenge. And it's something that is not a bad thing to have that energy, because, you know, you need to be able to swiftly, and it's crazy because this is the Knight of Swords and I immediately thought fire. Even though this is all about air and your thoughts, I just thought fire. So there's something in this energy that maybe in the way that you've been sort of wrestling with lately, just kind of your thoughts about have just been racing towards things in your past. And yeah, like things of your past, how things have upset you, or maybe how you handled things, how people spoke to you, and your thoughts are just racing, but it's not taking you forward. It's like it's kind of racing backward, like you're having lots of intrusive thoughts that are kind of taking you backwards. Now, one of the positive things of this card is that with that intelligent brain of yours, you have the capacity to kind of reimagine your future and reimagine what you want your life to be like, what you want your career to be, how you want your relationships to go. And that will all depend on how you use your mental energy. Will you use it to think quick on your feet, have something witty to say when it comes to in your social relationships, or will you use that mental energy to keep you stuck in backwards, in a loop? And then for there anything? Yeah. Say no. Say no to those intrusive thoughts. Anything else from this? Yeah, and these trees, it's like the wind is blowing this way according to these trees right here because they are swaying that way. But this night is kind of going into the wind and it's like, I'm just going to keep going there. It's like I just see myself on this horse and this wind, like I'm going against the current, like the current of my thoughts, the current of my thinking wants to go in, a healthier direction, but it's taking me like I'm the one that's kind of ignoring the urging of my heart or my soul, and I'm just kind of allowing myself to harp on those thoughts. Yeah. And then presently, I mean, you're here. You're watching this video. You are trying to find that equilibrium and find that balance and find truth and really understand what it means to put two and two together, to put what you're feeling, what you know in your head to be true, what, that amazing intellect of yours, and putting that together with what's in your heart. And I think we all struggle with that, and I think it takes daily practice to try to get our heads and our hearts to come together and work in harmony together, because our thoughts can be one place and our hearts can be in another place, and it leaves us feeling scattered and off balance. And so now you're in a space where you are doing the work. You are trying to figure out, how can I use my mental energies to help me to kind of connect with my heart in a way. That sounds kind of weird, but that's kind of what I'm getting. It's like, because maybe you're someone who is very strategic or very sort of mental in your head, very airy. You're trying to figure out how to use that mental energy, which is something that we need, but a lot of our mental energy and reason isn't very useful when we're trying to connect with our heart. It really isn't. Our heart is based on how we feel, our emotions, and a lot of times it needs silence. And I know kind of getting to that silence is different for everyone, but maybe listening to music or putting on a playlist of songs that move you, and maybe one will pop up that will just kind of take your breath away a little bit and help you to kind of get in touch with what is it that my heart is telling me right now. What does my heart say? Not what I'm thinking, not how I can get myself out of XYZ situation, but what is my heart telling me I need to do to move forward? And that's where I think you are right now, which is amazing. And it takes effort and it takes concentration, believe it or not. Like it takes, that mental power to be able to put yourself in a space to then let go and balance, find that balance and listen to your heart more. Yeah. Because it's like got one foot in my emotions, one foot in my material reality is what I'm thinking. And I'm trying to bring my heart together with my mind. And because you see, like the water's going here. I'm looking at this temperance like, this is my heart. And I'm trying to get it to go up, go to my mind. That's how I'm looking at this. It's like the water is coming out of here, your heart, water, emotions, feeling, forgiveness, being judgmental towards yourself and others. And you're working on balancing the two and having it flow, having what's in your heart, what you feel, and what you just know without knowing in your body, in your chest, and kind of letting it flow with ease to your mind. And our minds are so powerful, right? Like it's like the biggest, most powerful computer that is just, it really is a powerful tool. We can just be in there. We can imagine. We can go on adventures. I mean, it is one powerful piece of equipment that we're working with. But without that balance of the heart, like it leaves us cold, and it leaves us kind of acting on impulse or being like an automaton. But it's amazing that you are working on balancing the two right now. You even watching this video is evidence that that is something that you're working towards, to kind of put your emotions and your feelings and things we can't really measure, together with those that we can, and to find balance in that. And in the near future, I see we got death in reverse. So and you balancing your emotions and your thoughts, and kind of having that flow from your head to your heart, have more of a smooth passage and balance. It's going to lead you to just like true life. What does that mean for me? It's going to lead you to looking at life in more of a positive way. And this was in reverse. So let's see. It's going to lead you into, when I think of this death card, I think of just the parts of us the parts of our minds in this situation, the parts of our minds and the shadows within us that kind of lay dormant and are in ruins and tatters. Because look at this, like the water's dark, the crags and the rocks over here are dark. And I just think about, like, within us, there are parts of us that are like laid ruins. And with you trying to, or working on having your head and heart be in alignment daily, is going to lead you to kind of go into those places that within your heart, really, within your soul, that are sort of, that have been dormant, that have just been waiting for you to come and sit and be there and find the life that's still growing there. Because look at this little girl. Like, even when it's upright, she has this little, see that flower? She has a flower. And I'm looking at that flower as there is still life to be picked from, and growth to be picked from the parts of us that maybe we kind of blocked off, that we kind of had, that we laid dormant. And the balancing of your head and your heart will allow you to not be in a space where everything's doom and gloom. And you will see, really, you will see that some things had to kind of, some things had to go by the wayside. Some things had to kind of be left behind in order for you to realize that you are more than just your thoughts, really. Like, you are so much more than your thoughts. It's almost kind of like an ego death is what I see here. I see this guy laying there, the crown is off. I'm thinking, the crown, my head, the sun, a lion. I'm thinking, you'll be able to create just a healthier ego when it comes down to it. That is what I see with this card in reverse, like that. You're creating a healthier ego, a healthier way of looking at life, looking at your circumstances. So yeah, that is what I see with this. I'm just thinking, like, it's like an ego death. It's like, I am getting rid of the I am this and I think that and what I say matters, and which, yeah, it does, but not to the point where it leads you away from your heart and what your heart has to say. Okay? And then what's still sort of keeping you stuck? Let's see, in this Knight of Swords energy, what do we have? The Chariot. Chariot. It's kind of... Yeah. Like, this is the challenge of what you're going to have to think about that's keeping you stuck in the way of, I know it all, I'm right, I'm moving forward with this at all costs, no one's going to stand in my way, I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to, it's like my mind, like, that's what got me here. That's what is my claim to fame, so to speak. This is what has been with me from the beginning. Like, this is how I was able to stand out, or to feel respected, was my mind and my intellect. So the challenge is going to be for you to, or what still can be a challenge, is just holding on to that. Like, nope, I'm moving forward. What I say goes. How I think is who I am. And bow down. Like, I don't know why I just thought of that. Bow down with these two sort of sphinx here. So that's going to be what you're going to be working on, continuing to release. And it's not a one day thing, it's going to take time. It's going to take effort. Because again, you have we have this dichotomy within us. We have this light and dark. We have this deep emotions and intellect. Like, we have it in us for a reason. But it's like, how can I bring them together so that they work in harmony, and I'm not forcing my way through with my thinking or with my mind. Yeah. It's necessary to have that balance and that harmony between the two. Yeah. And then let's see what's going to support you as you move forward into releasing the sort of negative aspects or the bindings of the ego, of your intellect, of the I am me, is the Queen of Pentacles. Look at how beautiful. I love this card. I just love it. This is going to help you. And when I see the Queen of Pentacles, I kind of think of the Empress too, but I just think, wow, just having her stuff together. Like, she just radiates sturdiness, beauty, peace. Like, she has a handle on the work that she does, on her creations, her finances, her whole lifestyle. Like, she is that woman. But this is the energy that's going to support you as you release the bindings that can be your ego, because the world, our society kind of rewards big egos in a lot of ways. I'm thinking about Beyonce's song, "He's got a big ego, such a big ego." And it's like, it's like we reward that. Yeah, my wits got me here, my thoughts got me here. But this energy of relaxing, taking it easy, basking in nature, and knowing that the work that you do, that you're doing now even, to bring yourself into balance is going to bring you the abundance that you seek, that calm, that peace, that just financially resourcefulness that you desire, that true inner peace, and not caring what anyone else thinks about it. You will be at peace, and you will have everything you need for this essence to revive you, so this is what's going to support that. And she's sitting there holding that pentacle, cradling it with her two hands. And she's surrendering to not her will, but the will of her higher power and the will of her heart. And to be able to surrender to that, the will of the divine, or whatever you want to use for it, your soul, to surrender to that, you have to balance that head and heart, because you can't get there really. This is the way there. This is the way through. My heart can't get to my head without going through my will and me surrendering my will, not to other people, but to the divine, and trusting that that is what will bring me the tangible, I guess I should say, the tangible abundance that I see, because we're already abundant within and of ourselves. I mean, we are just this skin and bones. This is just our shell that's covering up so much vast beauty and unknowable things and magic and ebbs and flows, like the universe. This is just our shell covering up so much of who we are. And so this is going to be the support for you as you bring what you desire into your physical reality, that peace, having that peace, having that surrender of your will, so that your heart and mind can work in harmony. And it really does. It's daily practice. We don't just wake up and do that. We have to kind of program that powerful computer mind of ours to kind of get with the program of our heart, to get with our heart. So yeah, that's what I see there. And then to end this reading, the oracle that we have for your energy as you navigate, whenever you're watching this, as you navigate the next week or so, is just to Oh, it says give back. To give back. Oh my goodness. Okay, so there's so much coming through here. And there's so many ways to give back. You know, let me see. Let me read a little bit of what this. Look at that. You got the peacock. You got nature. You got the relationship. Looks like a man and a woman. Oh my goodness. You got the balloons, the hot air balloons in the background. That's so pretty. So let me see a little bit of what this, read a little bit of what this card says. It says, you need an interruption from what is going on in your life. A wonderful way to divert your mind is to give back. Giving back does not have to be difficult. Think of simple ways you would like to help or contribute to your community. This can be anything from donating food or clothing to a shelter or volunteering your time to a cause you feel is important. Giving of yourself will give you a different outlook on what is going on in your life. Share your volunteering with family members or friends so they can benefit from giving back as well. Sometimes giving back may be close to home. It can mean assisting a family member, giving a ride to a neighbor, or running an errand for someone. The important issue here is recognizing that health or emotional challenges can create self-absorption. Oh yeah, it can bring us so absorbed with ourselves and kind of a prisoner in our own minds. Helping someone else will provide a break in the daily grind that has become your routine. There is so much to notice in this card. Pay attention to the imagery that stands out to you. So, yeah, like think about what stands out to you in this card. I don't know, can you see it good? I hope you can. What stands out to you in this card? And then see how that can spur you on to give back. For some of you, it is, for some of you, again, it's that whole, I'm going back to the ego thing. For some of you, giving back means apologizing to someone or saying you're sorry. When you know that it will do a body good. For some of you, is giving back to maybe someone older in your life or being there for them, or spending time with them, if that's healthy for you. For some of you, it's maybe helping someone with their garden, going to a next door neighbor and seeing what you get, like, can I help you in your garden? For some of you, maybe it's taking care of a niece or a nephew or some loved one. Like, you know what? Hey, I'll give back. Let me watch the baby for you, or let me take so-and-so off your hands for a few hours so that you can rest or have a break. Yeah, and it's going to be different for everyone to give back. So that is what I'm getting from this card as well. And it kind of ties in everything, kind of what I've been kind of gleaning from this energy is just, in order to get out of your mind and to connect your heart and your head together, you have to get out of yourself, and go and find some way, no matter how big or small, to give back. That's going to pull you out and connect you with your heart. That's another way to connect with your heart. So that is what I have for you. Thank you for tuning in and watching. And my prayer for everyone who watches is, May every sunrise greet you with renewed hope and courage on your journey. And may every moon bring creation from your heart and release of all thought forms that does not serve you. Thank you for coming by. Please let me know what you think in the comments below, or if anything resonates, or I just would love that feedback. And have a great rest of your day. Bye.